Ladies and gentlemen, I was scheduled to have an exclusive interview with movie producer Damon Hillen. Unfortunately, 15 minutes before that interview was to take place, Damon backed out and canceled the interview, and we have been unable to reschedule it. That could be bad because now it means I have plenty of time to review his latest film as cinematic class is about to begin. And your professor is in. Greetings, salutations, and other sundry affairs. I am your cinematic professor and the purveyor of truth. In movies, and tonight's lesson plan is a film called The Flood. Okay, it comes to us from the folks of from Saban, and I've been doing a lot of reviews for Saban lately, and I've told you that one of their staples is having a cache of actors who are under contract to them and do a lot of their movies. Casper Van Dien is one of them. Louis Mandylor is another one, and both of them appear in this movie. Especially like doing Casper's films because he follows Outtakes with Rick's Reel on Facebook, and every now and then we'll get a comment or two from him. So that's always a nice thing to add a little personal note to the movie. So what's going on with The Flood? Well, if I'd been able to do my interview with Damon Hillen, who produced this movie, we might have been able to find out what his basic motive was behind this film. But it seems that Damon likes to make films that, well, according to his analytics, the viewing public wants to see, and so he gives them what they want to see. And right now, creature features are very, very big and up there. Now, Hillen just had a movie called Maneater. It came out a little bit earlier, a few months back. It was about a shark. This one is called The Flood. It's got gators in it. And he's working on one with werewolves due out the end of the year. So he's into this creature mode. How does The Flood stack up as creature features? Hey, why don't we take a look at it now?
Well, it looks like this is home for the night. Goddamn wind.
Clarence? Local officials have declared a statewide emergency as these unprecedented storms continue to rage.
Sure. Got a bus full of prisoners heading our way. Got caught in the storm and need a place to hunker down until it's safe.
Want you on your best behavior while we're here.
Let's get a few things straight. You're in my house now. I will not hesitate to shoot you if I have to.
Y'all don't think this is cruel and unusual right here?
You hear that?
Can you please tell me how an alligator got in your damn police station?
Storm brought him in. Could be infested with him by now.
If you want to survive the night, we're gonna have to find a way to get along.
Keep an eye on him.
That's a bona fide cop killer right there. We're all gonna get eaten alive. Shoot this one!
You got one shot, Sheriff.
Okay, so there's a little look, and it basically gives you the whole plot. There's not a whole lot. It's not very intricate. They're taking these prisoners. There is a storm. Everything breaks down. And at the same time, a group of nefarious bad guys are trying to break a prisoner out of the jail. And suddenly the cops and the robbers find themselves in a situation where they need to work together because not only is the flood coming in and flooding this prison in Louisiana, but the gators have come up because of the flood waters, and now they're infesting the town, and especially inside this. Boy, I got to tell you, the gators in this thing just aren't real good looking. They're really not. They're There's CGI total. There were no animatronics or anything used in this. And they're cheesiest when they open their mouths very wide. It's a poor matting and a poor animation for that. And it doesn't look all that great. The movie was directed by Brandon Sligal, and it was written by Chad Law. He's done a few of these movies in the past. Our director of photography was Nicolo De La Fere, and our editor was Austin Nodell. Now, there's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a major flaw in this story. When it happened on camera, I went, "Oh, wait a minute." Now we have a situation where Louis Mandylor is one of the main characters in this. He plays Rafe, and I'd say about maybe midway through the movie, Rafe is attacked by a gator. The gator grabs him by the leg and drags him off camera, and we hear him screaming. Okay, so all well and fine, but, and here's your spoiler alert, somehow Rafe shows up at the end of the movie at a very opportune time, and we're sitting there going, wait a minute, didn't the gators get this guy? They come up with one of the most harebrained ideas as to how Rafe is back in this story that, my notebook went one way, my pen went the other way, and I said, no, this is not going to work. I don't know now if we blame that on writer, if we blame it on Chad, or if it was just cut that way to bring the ending about, and we blame everything on Austin Odell, who is the editor. So maybe it was those two working in tandem that caused this ending to come about and make you scratch your head and wonder, like, what the hell is going on in this movie? Speaking of going on, perhaps now it's time to peel back those veils of time, back to the early Cretaceous period, for the nation's first and only prehistoric film critic. Let's check in now with Rex Real.
When the storm hits, might not leave the prisoners on the bus. End of story.
Alrighty, so there we have. Thanks, Rex, for stopping by. This movie is pretty much run-of-the-mill. There's nothing really to write home about in this. Both Louis Mandylor and Casper Van Dien have done much better in the previous year as far as their productions are concerned. I like the idea of, the gators being added into the jail escape thing. And, before I am accused of being some type of sexist, yeah, water on a duck's back, I should mention that Nikki Whalen is in this too. She plays the sheriff, so they went ahead and put her in the female authority role, and she plays Sheriff Newman. So she's in this too. She does a good job. I mean, it's basically a throwaway movie, is what it is. You got a movie that's, if you're into alligators, it's going to give you an alligator chomping on people if that's what you want to see. The special effects on this one are not as they're just not up to snuff. And some time ago, Damon Hillen produced a movie called The Longest Night. We did a review on that one too. That one had a little bit more, even though it had a stupid ending also, it had a little bit more suspense and thrills to it than this one will for you. The ending is really, really sloppy. They really feel like they rushed the ending. And that's why I say I don't know whether to blame the editor or the writer, but somehow they came out with that Deus Ex Machina type ending, and it just doesn't work. And the CGI gators, they have one walk, and you see that one walk on every gator, regardless of how many there are, and the mouth thing just doesn't work all the way around. So, if you're sitting around with the guys, you're eating some pretzels, having a few libations, and you just want to hoop and holler at a movie, this one will fit your bill. Other than that, it's fair to middling. And now that you have learned what you have learned, here it is.